to Mr. 96's Pop Reviews. My name is Mr. 96. No one is perfect. We all know that. But one way I try to remain humble is to look back on the year and recount every time I f***ed up. And oh boy, we've got a long list to get to. Okay, how I'm going to organize this is by looking at the TFO. Technicals, facts, and opinions. Let's get the technicals out of the way. But I don't want to rush it like when I misspelled Calvin Harris's name. Oh, I'm sorry. Kavlin Harris. Yeah, the fact that I made such a stupid error in my 2017 best list is something I'll never get over. Speaking of best lists, let's not forget my top 10 best hit songs 2004 video when I wrote the grammatically incorrect phrase, "for as a precaution." Look, copyright bots hit me late, and I had to rush out a quick text since rendering a 30-minute video alone takes hours. Seriously, that stuff is exhausting. Oh yeah, remember the conclusion to my Pop Investigation trilogy? I must have been half asleep editing that since I forgot to credit Taylor Swift's Look What You Made Me Do in the end credits. But let's forget about these minor errors, because throughout the year I straight up gave you false information. Like last year's best list when I said Mike Will made Swang, which was factually incorrect. But hey, at least that was with the song I didn't care about. An even bigger offense was when I called a synth solo in Shut Up and Dance a guitar solo. The trumpet adds so much flavor and personality to this song, I absolutely hate it when radio edits just skip over it. It's like if they skipped over the guitar solo for Shut Up and Dance, which will be freaking stupid. As you can tell, last year's best list is not one I'm proud of. But one more thing I must correct from that video is this. While I stand by putting Havana as my best hit song of 2017, I'd like to remove a certain clause I gave it. Due to certain eligibility requirements, I said that Havana would also be eligible for the 2018 best list since it would still meet this year's qualifications. But that was a poor decision in hindsight. There will always be smash hits that make impacts in 2 different years, but I feel each year should be my opportunity to shine on new songs. So songs I already mentioned last year like Havana and New Rules will not be eligible for this year's best list. I need to stop making promises I can't keep. Anyways, on to more egregious errors like the time I screwed up RM's name. In my BTS review, I happened to make the cardinal sin of calling leader RM by his former name, Rap Monster. You see, I thought it was one of those things where you have multiple nicknames, but no, RM actually made the change due to the new direction of his music. As a massive K-pop fan, I can respect that, so I apologize for getting your name wrong, Namjoon. On another note, I've been studying a bit of Korean since then, so I also apologize for mispronouncing Jungkook's name. And now that we're done with the facts, let's conclude with opinions of mine that have changed over the course of the year. When I made my Fake Love review, I was already on the border of either a 7 or an 8 out of 10. I decided to go with a conditional 8 out of 10 still subject to change, and since that day, I've leaned towards a 7. But while my opinion may have shifted, I don't think it makes my Fake Love review dated by any stretch. I made it clear that I did not have a solid stance either way, and that ever-changing nature of my opinion still stands. I gave it a conditional score because I knew my feelings on the song hadn't been solidified yet, so at the very least I was consistent there. Also, that means I won't be reviewing High School Musical next year, which is a bit of a bummer, but it's not as big of a bummer as giving Nice for What a high score of 9 out of 10. While opinions change, this is one that has not held up well because I made the sin of betraying my own feelings when I gave this score. I remember seeing people rave about this song, and while I definitely understand the love, I gave this song a 9 out of 10 more out of hope that I'd love it than me actually feeling that way. I still think it's a good song, but me going against my own feelings is something I cannot forgive myself for. So yeah, the Fake Love review still holds up. The Nice for What review, not at all. And my final opinion change? Bruno Mars. Mr. Hernandez is calling in. What's up, Pete? What the hell are you doing saying I'm a mistake? No, Bruno, you're not the mistake. My mistake was putting 2 of your songs in my best hit songs of 2017. Last year, I put That's What I Like as my number 10 song and Versace on the Floor as my number 6 song, giving both a 9 out of 10. Unfortunately, they kinda wore off on me over time. Sorry. Come on, man. What did I do to you? Nothing. Opinions change all the time. I actually have a better question for you. Why the hell are you working with that chubby rat bastard? Bro, Gucci Mane ain't fat. I wasn't talking about him.
I'm so fly, I don't need no flight attendant. Big Cuban ain't don't need no pendant.
Oh, you see, I thought maybe I could offer to straighten out his life if he helped me with the something street cred? Street cred. I thought so. Goodbye, Pete. Hot damn. Anyways, that concludes my 2018 corrections. Oh yeah, I guess I could talk about how I screwed up by not including XXXTentacion in last year's worst list, but trust me, I have lots to say about him in my next video. Make sure to subscribe to keep up to date with my channel, and tune in on December 1st when I go over the top 10 worst hit songs of 2018. Pop songs may come in numbers, but there's only one 96.